So another of the hats that Lucia wears so beautifully is that she is a vegan for how many years, Lucia?
I went vegetarian when I was 12, and I've been vegan since around 96.
And you also have a job related to it. Tell us something about your program.
I produce the only vegan lifestyle television show. So it was born, I didn't want to do it.
Your shoes?
Oh, yes, these are vegan.
Vegan shoes?
My nail polish is vegan. My dress, I guess, is vegan. Everything is, my hair, my makeup, hair care, skin care, everything is vegan. I'm vegan inside out and head to toe, as I say, because the animals.
Lucia, some people are surprised. What do you mean you're Calabrese and vegan? I think they think of Anduja. And
These are made in Italy. These shoes are made in Italy.
So tell us something about that, because I think it's strictly connected. Probably none of these people would have defined themselves as vegan, not even vegetarian probably. But tell us what the connection between your being Calabrese, your being so connected to the tradition of your homeland, even if you were born here, and your choice of becoming vegan and of making of this choice also part of your work, part of your career.
I recognize the sentience of other species as a kid, and this was a direct response to my Calabrian parents and them being in Calabria and them living Calabrese here in New York because they were still continuing their traditions. So, for example, Daddy brings home a pet bunny as the Easter present. Lucia becomes very close with her friend the bunny. And on Easter morning, she goes to say good morning to her friend the bunny.
Uh-oh.
Bunny's not there. She goes around the house, sees Daddy, the chef, with bunny in one hand and a knife in the other, and goes, "That's weird. Daddy, what are you doing with a bunny and a knife, over the sink?" And I wasn't traumatized, but little things like this kept happening that kind of, kept making me conscious of how we're similar to other species and their sentience. And then, I remember the first time I went to Calabria at 6, they were like, "We're going to the Sagra degli Animali." And I was like, "Oh, they're going to celebrate animals." Like, I was so excited, right? And then you see the priest blessing them. I was like, "That is so special, I love how beautiful the animals are being treated so special like this." And then you find out that they're being sold. And, my pet goat in Calabria, my mother brought the jump rope for me to play. Jump rope was gone. I was looking for it around the house, found a goat tied up to a post with my rope. The goat became my friend. So, of course, on the saint's feast day, she is looking for her friend the goat who is missing, and none of the adults want to tell me what happened to the goat. And then at lunchtime, 30 of us are seated at the table, and I'm going to cry now. I see a tray with meat, and I realize that it's my friend, the goat. So animal sentience really was something that I recognized as a child, but it wasn't until I was 12 that I found out that there are people who do not eat animals. So I went home to my Calabrian parents, and I was like, "I'm not eating animals." And they were like, "You're going to die." And I was like, "No, I won't." They didn't have biology class in Calabria when they left.
But Lucia, tell us what one could expect of your show.
So people think that veganism is cooking. They think that the vegans don't like the taste of animal flesh. I do not. But there are vegans who do like the taste of animal flesh, but don't want to contribute to the cruelty, especially nowadays with animal agriculture. It's a mess. It's not that simple, and it's horrible to humans and the planet. So the show, I think the thing I do the least is cooking. Although people keep asking me for Italian, so I keep doing more Italian recipes. My show covers every aspect of living from the vegan perspective.